Hey everyone, welcome back to Tiny Record Time, the small music show for big music listeners. I'm Josh, and today's episode is on a few new additions to my record collection. First up, we have The Chats. High Risk Behavior, their newest and their first album. It's a fantastic punky pub rock just album. It's great. It's fun. It reminds me of Eddie and the Hot Rods and the Inmates, some older pub rock bands. These guys are just great. I covered their Get This Inya EP on my first video, and this is just basically an expansion on that. It's a little more cleaned up, but it still has that very similar sound, very fun, and you get a lot more tracks than just an EP. This album features songs like Pub Feed, Identity Theft, That Clap, and Dine and Dash. It's just great. It's really fun, just really energetic, raw. I just highly recommend listening to it. It's on their own label, Bargain Bin Records, and my copy, I got one of the limited web store editions, is on a beer colored vinyl. So that's pretty cool. Again, it's an amazing record. Highly recommend listening to it. Give it a shot. Next up, we have the B-52s. Their debut album. This is a repress, unfortunately. Same year, but it's a different label. So making it a repress. But it's fantastic. It's the LA new wave punk, whatever you want to call them, group. They're just fantastic. I actually saw them at Riot Fest in 2019, and they sound just like this record, and it was fantastic. This album features songs like Dance This Mess Around, Hot Lava, 52 Girls, and of course Rock Lobster. Who can't forget that one? It's amazing. You know, I already had another copy, but that was kind of trash, so this is a little bit of an upgrade. It's just amazing. I love the B-52s. They're one of my favorite bands. I also have their album Wild Planet and Mesopotamia, which is a mini album. But this is it's just great. You can't go wrong with just some fun, danceable, new wavy, punky, just awesomeness. Later they got a little more synthy with songs like Love Shack and Rome, but this is just great. Absolutely amazing. Next up, we have some local legends. I don't want to say legends, but like a local band who's making it in the music scene, Retirement Party. This is their album, Somewhat Literate, and it's great. It's fun. I saw them with the band Prince Daddy and Hyena. Ooh, that was back in August or September. I think it was August. They were great, and it was at the Beat Kitchen. Very fun show, very energetic. As soon as I heard them, I was like, I'm in. It's amazing. And this is the second pressing of this record on this white and orange, yellow, pinkish splatter vinyl. The whole album's great. Even the starts off with about how she gets a sunburn and how she might die from cancer because of that. But then at the end of the album, she comes back to that and loops around, which I think is always really cool when an artist loops back around to something they mentioned earlier in the album. So, fantastic record, really fun. Highly recommend checking them out. They just released a couple of singles for a new album that they're coming out with, which I can't remember the name with, and that's on Counterintuitive Records. Fantastic album. Check them out. Next, we have probably one of my favorite songs ever, or at least covers ever, Diggy Diggy Hole by Windrose. Initially done by a couple of streamers named Yogscast. It was a joke, it's like, I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole, diggy diggy hole. And then someone made a Minecraft remix of it. And then the Yogscast then went back and recorded an orchestral and very, like Viking type music, like full song. And then just last year, these guys turned it into a power metal, Viking metal song, an epic of sorts. It's amazing. It's fun. It's just you feel badass listening to it. I'm not even kidding. And it even comes on a cool silver vinyl. It's very awesome. Even put the hype sticker right on there. I like to save the hype stickers. They're pretty cool. But yeah, Windrose, they just also released their newest album, Winter Saga. So that's pretty cool. I haven't really listened to the whole thing, but it features this song, and it's fun. Very good power metal, and I think they're from Italy too. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, check them out. Diggy Diggy Hole, great song, fun, kind of jokey, but also really just, yeah, hits you right in the face. Next up, we have Back to the Shack by Weezer. This is a single-sided 7-inch. It's still sealed. My girlfriend got it for me a few months ago. I think it was for my birthday. So I really haven't bought too much lately. But this is a super awesome single. This is from my favorite album, Everything Will Be Alright in the End by Weezer. It's not my favorite album, it's my favorite Weezer album. And in my opinion, their best. It's like if you took the Blue album and Pinkerton and made it 10 times better. That's what Everything Will Be Alright in the End is like. And it's just awesome. The song is great. It's about Rivers realizing, like, hey, I need to get back into the band. We need back in the band, but get the band back together, and we need to record and write something awesome. This came out in 2014, and I was so ecstatic to get it. This is only a UK pressing of this, so it was pretty cool. So I was so just stunned that my girlfriend got it for me. It's amazing. I love it. Love Weezer. This is an amazing song. Listen to the album, please. Next, we have Everyday Extended Play. It's a couple extra songs from the Everyday Degradation album by Remo Drive. And it actually contains a different version of Separate Beds. So it's a good version. I mean, both versions are great. I love them. They're a great band. They're very fun. And this comes on yellow vinyl. Very neat. Highly recommend checking out this EP along with the album Everyday Degradation. Very fun, but it's also very emo and emotional. Very just, once you really listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh man, this is heavy. But it's great. I love it. Just check out Remo Drive, and they are also releasing another album too. I forget what it's called. I think it's like Ugly Face or something like that. But it's great, and this is a really good EP too. And the next thing I have is the last thing. It's gonna be an honorable mention because it isn't a record. It is a cassette. It's Christian and the Hedgehog Boys, their debut album. It's amazing. It's off the Autumn Sounds record label, based out of Pennsylvania. They release some really cool stuff. Go look them up. They're on Bandcamp. They have cheap tapes, and it's awesome stuff. Yeah, Christian the Hedgehog Boys. Christian Weston Chandler, or Christina Weston Chandler now. I don't know what to say. It's just so awesome to own this piece of music. It's fantastic. I mean, like, it's Christian, like, yeah. And it's kind of, he made epic, cool insides for the labels of the cassette, so that's neat. Got the artwork drawn by Christian himself. It's awesome. I love it. But yeah, this is my newest addition to my collection, so that's pretty cool. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Tiny Record Time for my new additions to my record collection. Remember to share, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'm Josh. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.